it catches you off guard. You know, you're expecting it. You're like, okay, I got some time to break, think about what I'm gonna say next. When they don't hit those laughs, you're in deer in headlights. I don't know what I'm about to do.
All right, please give it up for your next comedian, Brandi Simpson.
Everybody. My first time here, I just want to take an extra second.
Were you moving the desk?
You know what? And don't take this the wrong way.
Wait, yeah, let's yeah. Because I was like, okay, it was the stool. I needed to put my phone on the stool and have it like in front of me. I did not realize it would be that loud. As soon as it was happening, I was like, I need to stop. So I just like left it. But it was fine. It worked. I got it as far as I needed it to be. But yeah, that's a tip. Don't move the stool. At least not once you've started talking. Another tip that I didn't realize, when I performed back in, the beginning of the year, someone was like, yeah, you did good, but like make sure to move the mic stand out of your way when you're performing. Because I was just like performing and there's like a mic stand right in front of me.
Yeah. You learned that this year? I feel like I don't perform. You sang.
Well, no. If I'm singing, I would usually like have it on the mic most of the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I remember like the first thing I ever heard. This is like, I don't know, third grade. They're like, move the mic stand. But we also did you have like the or we can get back to the
No, we'll go.
No. Did you have like the choir teacher? They were like, did you like singing class like growing up? Yeah. She loved to perform, so she's always like, make sure, like, number one rule, move the mic stand when you sing, and that's been ingrained in me for a long time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just found that out, but let's continue.
You know what? And don't take this the wrong way. I'm really glad you guys aren't ugly. You know, like I'm just so tired of performing for uggos. I mean, yes, there are people too who deserve to laugh, probably more than the rest of us. I'm a little superstitious, or maybe I'm OCD. I'm like, okay, how many uggos have to be in a room before it starts to rub off on me? You know, and it's also really confusing for me because I'm like, none of us should be here right now. Like, I don't need the validation of making ugly people laugh. If they have like treatments and surgeries to be researching, like what are we doing here? I'm sorry, I'm being mean. I've had a rough week. My sister's really mad at me. She got like this.
Sorry. Would you consider going in on the uglies again? I've had a rough week. These ugly people. Like, would you like continue to drag it out or?
If it was getting enough of a laugh, I think, yeah. So it would just depend.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a suggestion of
I don't have a suggestion, but I was thinking, you could keep ragging on them.
Sure.
Why stop where you were?
Yeah.
Have a long week. Yeah.
There is a bit of an addition to it, which is where I've done before, which is where I'll be like, oh, I'm glad there's an uglies here, and I'm like, oh, there's some over there. Don't look at them. They're more afraid of us than we are of them. So I've done that before, but it just didn't seem like the vibe at the time. So yeah. So that's a tip, guys. Like sometimes there's just quick cuts that you make in the moment, and it's like, oh, let's not do this, or let's do this, But okay.
This is my favorite one, right? Coming up.
Yes.
My sister's really mad at me. She got me like this expensive trail mix from Michigan. And I just text her, I'm like, I'm so sorry, sis. Like, I don't need trail mix. I have a really strong policy against anything that looks like someone vacuumed their car and put it into a bag.
I love it so much.
Also, I recently made a big girl decision. And I knew it would like cause some issues with my parents, but I had to sit them down. And I was like, I've had enough. I'm just going to start putting my elbows on the dinner table. I don't need your approval anymore. I'm tired of I'm tired. I'm tired of doing like... You want to talk?
I do.
Okay.
I heard them laughing, and you're like kind of speaking over them. You're like jumbling over them. Is that something that you kind of noticed?
That was such a backhanded way.
No, I didn't mean it to be backhanded.
That's something that you kind of noticed. Yeah.
No, it just I hear them laughing, and then you just like keep going through your set, And you gotta like the part
You're
of the
right.
laugh is you let them enjoy the laugh and be like, man, Brandi just smashed with a joke. And it's like if you were laughing now, if I like really made you laugh and I just kept talking, I mean, I did that sometimes. But if I like, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, yes, you're right. I do think it's great to just let the laugh happen and then continue. I don't hold on. Let me listen to this real quick. Yeah, it was probably just like nerves or just I feel like there are certain times, certain jokes where I'm like, oh, like I feel like it needs to be this kind of timing, like quicker. So maybe that's why I would do it. But yeah, I think oftentimes it's like this is how I rehearse it, and I'm like too nervous to stop, or like, and then I might not start again.
I see. No,
Yeah.
I understand the nerves. I feel like there's like some of the joke that I didn't really get to hear well. I'd be excited to hear it if I could hear it more. And some of it is also, you know, the microphone, and it's not like the room. It's not like the room. I wasn't in the room.
Yeah.
And so it might have worked for the room. It's just something.
Yeah. No, you're right. It definitely, if people heard it, not everybody did, for sure. So yeah.
I don't need your approval anymore. I'm tired of
It's like that. I don't know what's going on right there at all.
Yeah. And like, and if you're not like, and I said like I'm tired like 3 times because like, oh, they're still laughing. Like I need to just like wait. But yeah.
Yeah, and that's when you sit and wait and you let them laugh and you're like, ha ha ha. And I'm tired. And then it's like, woo, go Brandi.
That's true. I feel like sometimes I don't know what to do like with myself in those moments. Like
it's hard. It's hard to sit up there and be uncomfortable, but everyone else is comfortable. Mm-hmm. I will be comfortable if other people are laughing. And they're just like, let them laugh.
Yeah, it could be
but
much
if they're
worse.
Not, if they're not laughing, you just I have no idea.
I tried doing like ab and shoulder workouts every time I want to eat a hamburger at home. Like it's too much. And also I'm like, who came up with that rule? Like, what are we doing this for? I feel like it's just one of those pointless things that we were all taught. Like, you know, say bless you or don't drink and drive. Like, what for? You know?
That I've been thinking about that a lot because I was supposed to say for what, but I like skipped the line and then just thank God what for is a saying. You know, because like I was supposed to say what I was supposed to say for what. So now I've been thinking lately, like, is it funnier to say what for? Like, should I do that again? Or like, I don't know. That's just something I'm thinking about. Because that, it wasn't supposed to be like that, but I kind of like it.
If you like it, stick with it. You could like try it out.
Yeah,
it's hard. It can be hard to try it out. But hey, whatever you're feeling. It might be one of those things where, you know, you practice it doing like that. You did make the mistake. You just leave it, or you try to like leave it and then you like go back on accident. So.
Yeah, we shall see.
But yeah, or maybe I'm missing something. You know, is there a race barrier? I don't know. Do white people's elbows sweat? Like, is that something you do? I'm just being a dick about it. Like, where thousands of your ancestors just slipping and sliding, cracking their heads over. That's supper time.
Would you? I could also pause it. Be like, beep. I don't have to let you pause it. Would you do like an act out? Ever like slipping and sliding, and then like they slide apart. No,
I do the act.
You do?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I've never seen it.
Well, maybe you'll see it tomorrow.
You hope to see it tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like crazy, but yeah, I do exactly what you just did.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm over it. I'm trying to get smarter, and I'm smart. I just don't know anything. Not at all. I recently found a note written in my phone at 3 a.m. that said, "What happened between 1492 and 1776?" Yeah, so that's where I'm at.
I feel like I should mention like, but yeah, so that's where I'm at. Like I mentioned that to you before. Like that is something that I said when I performed it the first time. That wasn't written, but it felt very real. It felt very right, and also it's very like Nate Bargatze. So like part of me is like, am I just like trying to be him when I say that? But you know, it's funny. It works.
Yeah, if you're inspired by him,
yeah.
If he's one of your favorite comedians, of course. You know, it's like imagine like seeing a cookbook. Mm-hmm. Like some place uses salt, and you're like, you know, I can't really use salt because they claim salt. They can claim salt.
Yeah,
you know, you're inspired.
That's very true. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and I think that really elevates it. Like, people get what I'm trying to say by saying, like, they get that I'm trying to be like, oh, like that's that's where I'm at. Yeah. So yeah, I was proud of coming up with that one because it's consistently one of my
Coming up
biggest
with
thoughts.
it. You did come up with it. You're like making it work,
Okay,
making it work,
yes.
making it work, making it work.
Sure.
You're like it's worked before. I mean, it like I it was great. I thought it was great. I thought it was great. I thought it was great. I think you should continue to use it.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And it's like I'm not stupid. I know the oh, and if you don't know, 1492. That's when Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. In 1776, there's no rhyme for that one, so I don't really remember. But
that was an angry laugh too. She's like laughing at you.
That is one of my favorites. I feel like I didn't like because I really tried to be like I don't really remember, but like I feel like I like to like really like drag that out. But yeah, that is definitely one of my favorites. And that was also like because I wrote that like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. And that was also just one of those times I was like, yeah, I like writing, like sitting down, like it'll work, it'll work out because I was definitely like struggling to make this bit funnier. And I was like, oh, like that's perfect. It just came to me, So that's one of the beauties of writing, Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it's gotta be important. It's gotta be a big deal. Anyway, but I'm pretty sure I know the general vibe of the time. I'm pretty sure humans like we have reached like the end of that picture. The evolution, like the illustration of the ape, where like as he starts walking, he gets more confident. Like the evolution, I think they call it that thing. And then I feel like.
That was me like thinking people would laugh like
oh really
that was me like realizing they didn't laugh at that because usually that is the laugh part so then I get flustered when like oh you're supposed to laugh at that and they don't
it catches you off guard you're expecting it. You're like okay I got some time to break think about what I'm gonna say next when they don't hit those laughs you're in headlights. I don't know what I'm about to do
and also the part of that bit that I thought was amazing when I first read it, that did well, was my act out of like the ape. Because I did this whole thing where I was like, oh, like I'm pretty sure this is how it happened. Like I'm pretty sure like an ape, like he was just reaching for a banana that was a little higher on the tree than usual, and he was like, damn, like I don't have to live like this, and then like I increased my posture, like the picture, and like at school that did great, but then I performed it a couple times in Chicago. It got nothing, so I took it out, and now I like that bit is better. But I'm like I need to try it again. Like I need to try it again. But yeah, it's just so interesting. Like some places like things like go crazy, and others it's crickets. So
it's like opposites.
yeah.
And you don't know. I guess you just need like a bigger sample to know when it's gonna work versus not work. But when it doesn't work, it just
Yeah. Especially if it's an act out, it looks like, oh, I look stupid.
Yeah, you do feel it. I want to lean into the stupid. Did you get hazed for your comedy club or anything? I got hazed. A little bit hazing, light hazing. And we just had to do embarrassing things. And like with each embarrassing thing that I did, I was like, I kind of like this.
Okay.
But it did take like a second to get over that hump of embarrassment. And so like. I don't know how I'm going to get over that hump, but eventually I guess I have to embarrass myself periodically. And then you just sit in that embarrassment and you're like, why aren't you laughing at that?
Right. Yeah, I feel like I'm trying to, and tomorrow, it will be my first time like trying very new stuff that I haven't spent hours and stuff working on. So I'm excited to like, I don't know, I feel a lot better about the idea of bombing and the idea of just being like, yeah, that didn't work, but like I do this every day and a lot of times it works, sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, I'm trying to get more comfortable with that embarrassment. So stay tuned for tomorrow.
Oh, sorry, real quick. Has anyone here been kidnapped and is currently being held against their will? Okay. God, I'm sorry. It just came to mind and I couldn't tell if it was like an intrusive thought or God telling me to be a hero. I took a chance.
This is completely unrelated.
Okay. Naturally, yeah.
Have you seen Elizabeth Warren talking about getting a scholarship?
No.
Every time she talks about getting a scholarship, she's like, I got a scholarship to college. Whoopee! She says it like that every single time. And so like when I hear you What would you say? You said, what did you say?
God telling me to be a hero.
Yeah, God telling me to be a hero. Like that's like
Yeah.
I heard it and
yeah, and I do a little.
yeah. You reminded me of Elizabeth Warren, but that's
that's somebody off to watch.
Yeah, you should. It's really good. Right.
You can play.
Thank you.
You know what they say? We miss hundreds of shots if you don't take them. Anyway, yeah. But if anyone has any information on that specific 300 years, I'll be at the bar downstairs.
I can't explain it, but I need you to be on next season's Love Island. Okay.
I'll do it. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, so that's my schubas set. That's the most recent time I performed, which was over a month ago. Yeah, almost 2. So, okay. Do you have any overall? I mean, we kind of talked about everything. Do you have
We did talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed it the first time I listened to it. I enjoyed it maybe even more now.
Yeah.
Or I got to sit down and get a better understanding of what was happening.
Yeah.
I got a better sense of the room. I got to know what the drag in the stool was.
Yeah.
I did.
It's so loud. Yeah.
It was. I remember when I when you sent it to me and I was listening to it, I was like, oh God.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
All right. Real. Okay. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I mean, at the end, the 100% shots, that joke, I don't know, it's one of my favorites. I basically am like, the kidnapping thing, I'm like, oh, like you miss 100 of the shots if you don't take them. And it's gotten good laughs, but I think the delivery has to be great. What
I would agree. I was gonna ask, you can finish, but I was gonna ask, would you consider targeting it to like a person for like some like crowd work? Like, are you getting kidnapped? You have like a kidnapping look in your eyes right now, and I just thought God was either telling me to be a hero, but apparently not.
Yeah, I like that idea. I like that idea of singing people out, being like, "Are you getting kidnapped?" And like, yeah, all right. Yeah, I will. I would say I'll write that down, but I'll see it on the recording.
You will see it. You could either do that or like you ask them, because I mean you get embarrassed when like someone pokes on you. Like, oh, that's what you look like when you're embarrassed. Oh, never mind, guys. He's not getting kidnapped.
Yeah,
I like the first one better.
Me too.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So okay. So yeah, I think that's all we have to say about schubas. People in Chicago, schubas Thursday night at 8. It's a good mic. You said you've done it, right?
I've been there.
You've been there.
I've been there. It's a long mic. I haven't looked at the camera maybe once or twice.
No, it's okay. It's probably
I'll start looking at the camera. This is for you. I went there. It's a long mic. Like they're like up to like, I think I pulled up at 11:30.
Damn.
It was full.
Yeah.
I left at 12:30. And I had no idea when my name was getting called. Like more people kept coming in and out. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I was unemployed at the time. It was a great time. But my friend Merrick, he was like, I was like, yeah, let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like, so the schubas mic, it's like a bucket draw, and so basically they pick out 5 comics at a time. If you buy a drink, you can put your name in twice, but like they're gonna get through everybody. But
if you buy your drink,
so they're gonna go through everybody, and there's like a lot of people. It's a packed room. Like that's the great thing about that mic, because a lot of mics are not packed rooms. Yeah. So, and a lot of people are funny. So I recommend that one. I'm not gonna anyway. But yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say it's
chest.
near my house, but I'm not gonna tell them where.
Oh, you should. You said you live at where?
Anyway.